Hello and welcome to Gardening with Ben's award-winning podcast, as voted by Grow Your Own magazine and by my followers and listeners. So if you're new to the podcast, make sure you click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our podcasts, listen back to all our previous episodes, sit back, grab a brew and let's enjoy today's episode. Hello Gardening with Ben followers, I hope you're all well. Well, it's Monday, it's a new week, and we are here with a new podcast here for you. And yes, it's arrived nice and early so that you can listen to it on the way to work, or while you're getting brew, or while you're getting ready for work. Either way, I'm at work, so that's why it's come early, because I pre-recorded it, so that you still get your regular fix of podcasts from Gardening with Ben. Because I know people message me if I don't do a podcast, because they enjoy it that much and they enjoy listening to it. So I try and do them as regular as possible whenever I've got time to do them. So we are now on the 28th of February. Can you believe it? Another month has gone, and tomorrow will be my favourite day of the year, which is Pancake Day. Yes, who loves Pancake Day? I certainly do. And I will be having treacle on my pancakes. I absolutely love them. I can't be doing with this gravy lark. I have to have syrup on mine, just oozing and making me feel sick by the end of the pancakes. I think a lot of us do that. They have too many and then they regret it, and then they think, oh, we'll not have another pancake until next year now. But yeah, I can't wait for Pancake Day tomorrow. So yeah, what are we going to be talking about today? Well, we're going to be talking about, have you got all the jobs done in the allotment and garden for February that needed doing? And what have we achieved in February? Because we have been extremely busy at our allotment in February. I really can't believe how much I have actually got done. And like I keep on saying, is that we have not had a bad winter at all this year. It's been an absolutely fantastic winter, and getting everything prepared and ready in time for the growing season has been brilliant, and we are well ahead this year, and hence the reason why I've been doing lots more down at the plot, because I'm well ahead of time, and soon I'll be able to start sowing all my seeds. Once I've got all them sown, then I can get back to doing more work in the garden and getting it all ready. But sowing the seeds takes so much time, and writing all the labels up, sowing a few seeds, sprinkling them on, covering them over, getting them all in the shed, getting them all watered, getting them all sorted, and then we've got to pot them all on and grow them on a bit before the frosts come, and then we've got to plant them all out. I'm not putting anybody off all the gardening, definitely not, but it does take a lot of time and effort, but it's all enjoyable stuff. So this February I set myself the mission of getting all my plot dug over, for all the beds dug over in February, which I have completed. I'm so pleased about that. I've also dug over a new area where there's going to be 3 new beds this year, and I'm looking forward to growing even more on the plot this year, and hopefully we will get some great results, because we've got the time and the dedication that we can put in, more dedication down at the plot to do this sort of work and get it all fixed and ready for the year ahead. So I'm pleased that I'm encouraged to do it, because some years I feel disheartened and I don't do well, and I think, oh, I can't be bothered to go on another year. But then I've got all my supporters and my followers, and they all encourage me to carry on gardening. So what we have mainly done is we've been preparing the ground ready for this year. We have got some seeds planted this month, the ones that needed to be started early, but we've not got many seeds planted whatsoever. So what seeds is it that you can plant in February, and see if you've planted them and let me know. So we're not going to go into too much detail about what seeds to plant in February, because you can just listen to the episode which we posted at the beginning of the month if you want to listen in depth about what seeds can be sown in February. So the ones that you can sow this month in February is aubergine, beetroot, broad beans, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, carrots, cauliflower, celery, garlic, Jerusalem artichoke, leeks, peas, peppers, and radish, shallots, spring onions, and tomatoes. And obviously you can start chitting your potatoes. So a lot of those seeds you can actually start off in March. So if you've not started them, don't worry about it. You can start them off in March. There's still plenty of time. But the main ones that you need to be looking at sowing now, or if you've not already sown them, will be your aubergine, your peppers, your tomatoes, because they take longer to grow, and the quicker you start them off, the more fruit time you'll have on them, and they'll keep producing more fruit until the colder weather. So it's good time to get all them seeds done if you've not already got them sown. So what fruit can you plant in February? And this is what I've been doing. I've been planting so much fruit this month because it is the time to be planting fruit. The weather's perfect, the ground is wet, and they will take root and start growing ready for summer. So this month you can start currants, blackberries, fruit trees, gooseberries, raspberries, rhubarb, and strawberry plants. So yeah, I've planted some blueberries this month, I've planted some raspberries, I've planted some strawberries, and yeah, I'm looking forward to getting some great crops from my plants this year. I've certainly put in a lot of effort to get some more fruit this year, and hopefully we'll get some fantastic results. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully getting some blackberries off our thornless blackberry plants, but we'll see. Hopefully they'll grow. They might take a couple of years to get going, but fingers crossed they will get going. So what flowers can you sow in February? Begonias, chrysanthemums, dahlias, geraniums, lilies, lobelia, roses, and sweet peas. So yes, again, we've been planting roses this month. We haven't started our geraniums yet. I've also purchased some lily bulbs, but I'll talk about that in another episode, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, we're going to be starting loads of flowers off ourselves in March, so we need to go through all our flower seeds. I purchased loads, and I talked about that in a previous episode. If you've not listened to that, I've purchased loads of flowers this month. So obviously I've got my plants, I bought my plants for my plot, but I've got loads of seeds to plant on the plot, and it's going to be a cracking year down at my plot. I'm really looking forward to sharing photos with it. If it doesn't turn out well, I'll definitely cry and be disappointed, but if it all goes to plan, it will look great, and fingers crossed it does go to plan this year. It just depends if anything else comes up and we don't manage to do it. So what jobs did you need to do in February? Make sure you get all these jobs done. If you've not got them already done, get them done as fast as possible. So asparagus, you can mulch that this month. Get some mulch on it and get it woken up, ready for starting to grow in the springtime. Potatoes, if you've not got your potatoes yet, go out and get them because they are selling out fast. I saw some in Wilkinson's the other day, so places have still got them in. So go and get yourself some potatoes and start chitting them if you are chitting them. If not, get them ready for planting out pretty soon. I'll be planting mine out on Good Friday. I always plant my potatoes on Good Friday to do with the moon. I go by the old wives' tale, but yeah, definitely. So your fruit trees, apple trees, pear trees, and yeah, they can be pruned this month. If you've not pruned them, get them pruned, get them tidied up, but don't prune any fruits that have got a stone in them, like your plums, your peaches, your cherries. They don't want to be pruned until the end of spring leading into summer, as pruning them now can affect the fruiting, and you really don't want to affect the fruiting on them. I definitely don't want to affect the fruiting on my plum tree, my best fruit tree on the plot, and I absolutely have fantastic crops on it. Blackcurrants, if you've not pruned them back from last year, get them pruned back. Same goes for all bushes, gooseberries and red currants. If you've not pruned them, give them the pruning that they need, tidy them up, get them so that they've got some ventilation around them, so that they can breathe once all the leaves grow. And yeah, get them mulched, get them all ready for growing this year. The effort that you put into it, they will provide the best fruit coming back from them. And if you've not pruned your raspberries, autumn raspberries, prune them to the ground. Summer raspberries, prune the ones to the ground which had the fruit on last year. The new growth last year is the ones that will have the fruit on this year. I must have gone over raspberries so many times, but I hope that you all get it. So what do you need to do in the flower garden if you've not already done it? Clematis, prune your summer clematis this month. Fuchsias, these can be pruned back to 2 buds on each shoot this month. I do need some fuchsias on my plot. That is something I do need to buy, so we need to look out for fuchsias. That's the thing that I've not got, and it's on my list of things to get. I've obviously got my hydrangeas now, so I'm pleased I've got them, but I've not got fuchsias. Heathers, I've definitely got heathers on my plot, so it says now is the time to prune these back. It's funny, that one, because mine are flowering, they look good, and I don't really want to touch them, so I might leave mine for a bit longer, but it does say to prune them back now. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on them and we'll see how we get on with them. Pansies, keep deadheading them. While ever you're deadheading them, the more flowers will keep coming on them, and keep them going, keep them lasting through the springtime. The more you deadhead them and look after them, the more they will flower for you and look great in the garden. Pansies are something that really do brighten up the garden during the winter time. So yeah, we have had a busy February. We've got absolutely loads done. To say we've been battered and bruised by all the storms we've had, we've certainly been productive down at our allotment, and I'm looking forward to being even more productive in March, especially with starting to sow the seeds. I'll probably be starting mid-March, end of March, we're sowing my seeds. So make sure you stay tuned for that, because we'll be talking all about it throughout March. So yeah, tomorrow's episode will be talking about all the jobs that you need to do in your garden and allotment in March. Expect it to be longer, because as months go on, there's more and more to be getting done with. And then Wednesday's episode, I'll be talking about all the seeds that you need to start off in March, and again, that will probably be in a longer one, because there's more and more that can be sown in March. So if you've not clicked subscribe to this podcast, click the subscribe button and you will get notified when new podcasts come up. It's always great to see new followers. Until next time, remember, keep smiling, keep gardening, and keep listening to Gardening with Ben's podcasts. So thank you for listening to today's episode of Gardening with Ben. We hope that you've enjoyed this episode. Remember to do click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our podcasts. Feel free to share them on your Instagram stories so that it spreads the word about my podcast and we get lots more listeners. Feel free to check out my social media sites, Facebook and Instagram as well, Gardening with Ben, and also my YouTube channel, to stay up to date with all my handy videos, how-to videos, and sharing my tips and advice. And feel free to check the link as well in the description for my Gardening with Ben t-shirts. Lots of funny gardening design t-shirts in there for you to purchase at great prices too. So thanks again, and as always, remember, keep smiling and keep gardening.